Hey guys, so for today's review we're going to talk about a gun that's kind of like a lost and found. Some of you may have heard about it, some of you may have simply forgot. The Robinson Armament XCR was a not so well known entry to the old SOF Combat Assult Rifle competition headed by the United States seeking to replace the M4, and it was designed back in 2004. Like other rifles in the competition, it came with different calibers, such as 5.56 and 308. Well, we kind of already knew who came out of that competition. Well, kind of. Today we're going to take a look at the Robinson Arms XCR, the gun that tried to replace the M4. So here we are, looking at the Robinson Arms XCR by none other than VFC. Some of you may have seen me handle this gun during the IWA video. You can watch that right here. Here we are at the VFC booth, and I'm holding none other than the Robinson Arms XCR. And here it is in all of its gray glory, because as we all know, gray is indeed the new black. Starting from the front, you can see all the markings are fantastically done, and I don't think you'd expect anything less from a gun made by VFC. Now, enough of the superficial stuff. I want to get into the feeling and function of the gun because there is some few things to talk about. Up front you have your standard rail sections at the 3, 6, and 9 o'clock position with a monolithic rail up top. You have a flip up front and rear sight that function just fine. Now from there you move to the middle portion of the gun. It has a standard magazine release, but it is not ambidextrous, which doesn't make it stand out between its competition, namely the SCAR H and the ACR. Second feature I want to bring to your attention is the fire selector, which is quite nice. It is at a 90-degree setting with safety being on the bottom, which is this selection here. At the 45 is single fire, and at the 90 is full auto. Now, I am a big fan of this style of fire selector, as I'm also a very big fan of short throw selectors. I was never too big of a fan of the big half circle you had to turn with traditional AR or M4 fire selectors. This one is very easy to operate, even though it is not ambidextrous. Charging handle is placed right here on the side, and you can pull it back and it locks to the rear. The hop up is found right here in the chamber, and you can adjust for more or less hop. Cool thing about this charging handle and bolt is it actually does lock to the rear, unlike some other AEGs out there. And it has a functioning bolt release right here on the trigger. The one thing that I really don't like about this is it is a little stiff to pull and rack back at times. And when you do pull it back, it feels a little flimsy, so if I pull it hard enough, I do feel like I'm gonna break it. Now finally we come to the stock. Now, unlike its competition, namely the SCAR and of course the ACR, this one has no cheek riser, whereas it has this piece of foam right here to help you cheek. Now, while it does work, it doesn't feel the best. It is also a folding stock, so it makes your already small gun even more compact. However, how it folds in, it really makes holding your gun down, or if you want to shoot it like this, a little hard. And there's nothing for the stock to hook onto on the lower receiver, so if I shake it, it comes loose. Now you probably see the gun looking a little different, and that's because I have to go and shoot it for you guys in a little bit to show you the accuracy of the gun. Now, trigger response is pretty good, and you probably see this big pec box on the side, and well, that's where the battery is. Because of the gun being so small, you're gonna have to put it on the outside. And if you use a rubber band and mount your LiPo on the side, well, that just looks downright ugly. Trigger response was pretty decent, and of course it goes full auto as well. Now, before we go for our accuracy test, let's go chrono the gun. I'm using 0.2 gram BBs and an 11.1 LiPo. And the gun shoots at an average of 343 FPS. Here we are back at our warehouse, and it's good to be back at a longer distance. Now time for the super scientific portion of our review, the accuracy test. And for all my internet scientists out there, we're gonna make sure this time it's nice and tight for y'all. make sure there is no slack whatsoever, and we're standing at 17 meters away. We're good. The trigger response is pretty good, as I previously mentioned when I felt the gun. Now let's take a look at our results. So from our set distance, the grouping was pretty good, albeit a little off to the side. Now I just wish I had a little bit more time to fidget with the hop up before I shot it. However, I thought, for what it's worth, it's pretty decent. Back to the studio. Oh, hey guys, if you want to check out another gun that competed with the XCR during its competition period, why don't you check out the SCAR H video I did right here on the screen. What we have here today is the fully licensed FN SCAR H by Cybergun. It seems like a while ago Tim did a video of a gun that looks strangely familiar. I wonder what that was.
Hey guys, Tim here of RedWolf TV. Guess what? Here it is in black.
Anyways, getting back to business, let's see if this one is the definitive version of that highly sought after battle rifle from FN. Now, what do I think about the Robinson Arms XCR? Lately I've been talking a lot about things being unique, and today I'm going to take all that and scrunch it in a ball and throw it right out the window. What I'm going to leave you with is this. If you are looking for a platform that feels familiar, yet gives you just enough change to keep your airsoft experience fresh, this is something that you can consider. While by all means, I don't think this is a perfect gun, things like the PEC box being your battery box, as well as this particular stock I'm not too big of a fan of, as well as the flimsy charging handle. Put all that aside, you actually have a pretty decent quality gun that can reach out a little bit as well as run CQB. Now, what do you guys think about the Robinson Arms XCR? You think it's a cool gun? Or maybe you don't. Let me know in the comments section below. And if you're looking for cool guns like this one and many more, don't forget to check out our online store at www.redwolfairsoft.com. My name is Mark, aka Blue Steel, and I'll have to catch you guys on the next episode of RedWolf TV. Have a good one, guys.